Hi everybody, I am Dr. T. Miranda Lakshmi, working as an assistant professor, the Department of Computer Science, St.Joseph College, Cuddalore. Today we are going to discuss about encryption. What is an encryption? Where actually you are going to use encryption? Encryption is an important tool which is being used for security, protection and authentication. This encryption process involves two things. One is encryption, the other one is decryption. What is my encryption? Changing the original data into different data is called as encryption. So let us take this example. We are going to have Dinesh. So Dinesh is the original data. This original data is being encrypted as EJMFTI. This is the encrypted data, that is the different data. So changing the original data into different data is called as encryption. Vice versa, if you're going to take changing the different data, this is the different data, you're going to get your original data, then it is called as decryption. Encryption, changing your original data into different data, and decryption, changing the different data into original data. So if you're going to take, you have to note it here. The original data here we will be saying it as plain text and the different data will be saying it as hypertext. So in this example, when a source party A wants to communicate with B, so source party is giving a plain text, that is the original data, it is giving as Sunil. It is being passed to ED. ED is nothing but encryption device. This encryption device changes this Sunil to hypertext, that is 23546 using some algorithm. Next, this is being passed to the decryption device, that is DD, which is again we got the plain text, that is Sunil, and it is being reached to the destination B. So this is how this encryption will be taking place. Next, we are going to see about the different encryption and decryption algorithms. There are two methods. One is transposition Kuiper. The second one is substitution Kuiper. So from the name itself we can guess it. Transposition. We are going to change the position. We are not going to change anything instead of that. Transposition means the letters in the messages are not changed, but the order are changed. This is very important. We are going to change the order in this transposition Kuiper. Let us consider this example. The original text is XYZ. Here the Kuiper text will be ZXY, or you can change it in any order. If you are going to change the order, then it is called as transposition Kuiper. The other example is I am fine. It is your plain text. So I have written in reverse, ENIFMAI. This is your Kuiper text. These all comes under the example of transposition. Substitution. What is by substitution? We are going to substitute letter to a number to a letter, or a number to a special character. We are going to substitute different set of characters and numbers. That is called as substitution Kuiper. The original data is changed into different set of characters and numbers. For example, this is your original text, XYZ. Here your Kuiper text is changed as 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, example 2. Here I have given us I am fine. I have changed, instead of I have given us J, the next letter A. Instead of A, I have given us the next letter as B. Instead of M, I have given us N. Instead of F, it is G, and I, it is J, and for N, it's O, and E, it is F. So this is called as substitution. We are going to substitute different set of characters or numbers. The next one is this transposition Kuiper, which we have used is real fence Kuiper. We are having lot of methods available in transposition Kuiper and substitution Kuiper. Which we have used is real fence Kuiper, and the substitution Kuiper is Sjctnc-Kuiper. Next we are going to see about the methods of encryption. There are two methods of encryption. One is conventional encryption, the other one is public key encryption. What is the meaning of conventional encryption? Let us consider we are having two persons, A and B. A and B wants to communicate with each other. In this conventional encryption, they will decide a key and then they'll be start communicating. This is the method used in conventional encryption. For example, here you're going to have A and B. Here they are deciding a key. So whatever the key method, whether they are using transposition or substitution, any key they are going to decide, and the A is going to communicate with B. What is the advantage of this method is authentication is possible. A cannot reject that it didn't send any information to B. Similarly, B cannot say that it didn't receive any message from A, because these two have decided the keys and only these two know about the keys, and then only they start communicating. This is the thing which will be happening in the conventional encryption. So there is only one key that is known to A and B. It will not be known to anybody else. This method is also called as key distribution method. So the advantage is authentication is possible in conventional encryption. So then what is the disadvantage of this method? Whenever we want to talk between the two parties, each time we have to decide upon a common key. So whenever there is a communication, we have to decide a key and then only we have to start it. So that is the drawback in your conventional encryption. The next one is your public key encryption. Under your public key encryption, there are two types of keys. One is public key, the other one is private key. In a node, in a system, if you're going to have different nodes, if all the nodes are aware of the key, then it is called as public key. What is my private key is, if the key is known only to a particular node, then it is called as private key. So how you are going to go in for public key encryption? So let us consider here. So public key is known to all the nodes which is being connected to the system. But private key will be known only to that particular system. Now if A wants to communicate with B, so what it will be doing is, A will be encrypting with B's public key, because public key is known with everyone. If I want to send it to B, I will be taking B's public key. For example, if you're going to take your roll number or if you're going to take your email ID, these are all called as your public key. If you're going to go in for your password, so each one will be having an email password, each one will be having a phone lock. All these are called as private key. That can be opened only by a particular person. So here I am encrypting with B's public key. And it is being changed to hypertext. But it can be decrypted only by B, because only by B's private key it can be decrypted. Then only you will be getting the plain text. Here the protection in this method is very good, because B can only decrypt that hypertext. Nobody else can do it. But what is a disadvantage in this method is, B could not confirm the message whether it has been originated from A, because A can use B's public key and encrypt, or C can take B's public key and encrypt, or D can take B's public key and encrypt. So whichever the process they want, they can encrypt and they can send the message. Here we could not confirm that the message is originated from A. So there is no authentication, but in public key encryption, we can have security. That is, it can be secured information. The information can be secured and it can be decrypted only by the particular person. So that is the advantage of this public key encryption. So these are the two encryption methods we are having: conventional encryption and public key encryption. Thank you.